Unless some of you guys saw, I was at a contest today. Be going back tomorrow. Didn't do very good. Had engine problems. Well, actually not engine problems, tank problems. I didn't get the tank fixed. So I'm just going to put a carbon tank in it and be done with it. So today, we're going to build a cow. I'll show you the easy way one more time how to build a cow. Let's see, we got any watchers here? 2 watchers. Yeah. Yo, hey Marcel. Yo. All right, we want to build a cow. Hey Bryce, the easiest way possible. All right, let me show you how to do that. Let me go get some 3/8. £5.6 wood. That'll be good. $54 grams, 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 5.7. Use this. Actually, no, let's use this because I cut 2 flaps out of this. 6.4. Once again, I'm not using my best wood on this airplane. I'm just using okay wood. So, how we'll do this is and we'll give that a try and see if that works. No, wrong. Okay. This is the absolute easiest way to build a cow. No doubt about it. Yeah, Cletus McFarlane, yeah. Hell yeah, brother! I had to get with him and do a control line flight on his burnout pad. Yeah. Got too much shit in here. Well, I finally figured out why the paint bubbled on my red Junar XL, the one that I repainted to white. You guys ain't gonna believe it, but I know exactly what it was. Couldn't figure it out until somebody made a comment on that video today, and I went back and I kind of skipped through it to see what it was about. The mistake on that finish was I used Brodax sanding sealer. That's what, guaranteed, that's what caused it. Because I have not had any problems with just using Randolph dope. So I will never use that again. I don't know why I did that. I guess I just had it, so I used it. Well, that ain't no good. Oh, got to cut that line. Got to cut this line. Yeah, going against the grain there. Yeah. All right. So I need to move that, sand that back just a smidge. That's perfect. Okay, now and believe it or not, I used to carve all this crap out of solid block. This won't be a long video because we're going to be waiting for glue to dry. Unless you want to watch me dope. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to cut that on the jigsaw. Okay, that's this camera here. Let's turn this one this way. Because we're going to use white glue. Glue all this crap. Turned out fairly decent. I mean, uh, there we go. See how that looks. So we got the outline of the cow. Pretty close. Now we need another side, but it's a different shape, of course. But close enough. Close enough. So you don't want to go too crazy. You just want to get it drawn on like that. Cut the other side because you're going to have to fit it to this side, which is a different shape. So let's cut that with the jigsaw too. Could you do it different? Yeah, you could. You could mold this. You could fire. It's all different ways to do this stuff. This is just the fastest, easiest way to do it. Not the lightest, but fast. I hope that's long enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in there. Remember, my favorite tool is that I'm not gonna move the camera. I'm just gonna cut this real quick. On the outside line here, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to sand the shape and all this shit will get sanded away. But it kind of gives you an idea of what it needs to look like. Yeah, we're gonna cut this line here. Make a big project out of nothing. Okay, so that goes there. Goes there. Goes there. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. I think this time we're gonna line it with 64th ply. Out in the garage, I built this cabinet. I used a 48-inch long piece of 64th ply as veneer. What an idiot. I should not have done that. I mean, it looks good, but that was an expensive piece of veneer. Let me cut this real quick. Sand to the line. Okay, two sides of the cow. We're done. See how easy that was? Let's see here. It's a little short. I need to sand that line a little more. Just add a piece on. Not worry about it. 1/16 of an inch. And it's closed. Man, it's closed. Yeah, we'll just go with that. how your parts fit in the preliminary is basically how easy it's going to be to sand out in the end. I mean, I could sit and tinker with this till it fit absolutely perfect, but not really much of a need. Getting worse. Getting worse. That's better. There again, I'm gaining that distance. What the hell's going on? Need to go back to there. Get a pen line on this thing. Man, it's a way off. I wish I was down close to Braden in Florida, because he flies RC. He would probably go for it. Okay, now just take a little off the back here. 16th. Except with what I've seen him do, he'd want to fly my airplane and run it into the ground, thinking that he flies RC, that he could do control line. He's a talented kid, but I ain't buying that he could do it right off the bat. Okay, I'm gonna make the parts and show you how to glue them together. We'll have to let them dry. It'll be 7 o'clock before they dry. Okay, we got this one fitting pretty good. How about this side now? I even got me a Hell Yeah Brother t-shirt. Hey, Nelson. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, we got both sides of the cowl done. Now, I need my calipers. If I could find them. Probably not. Never can find anything. Nope. No findy. Okay, well, we'll just measure then. I got a figure for the exhaust opening. Let's set this in there and see where we stand on that. I want to get this bolted down and sand the whole nose, the spinner and the cowl and everything in together. Close enough. Would be better to find my calipers, but I certainly don't see them. Here's my syringe. I was so unprepared when I got to the field today. I didn't even have a syringe. I had to borrow Joe Gilbert's. It ain't like a big deal, but I had the syringe out of my box fixing my tank. At least I got one flight in. No calipers. What in the hell is the deal? Where did I put them? No calipers. Yeah, here they are. All right. Look here. The exhaust ant clearance on the bottom is 1/8 of an inch. So the exhaust class, the clearance on top needs to be 1/8 of an inch. Let's see what it is. So we got 440. 440. Let me, where's my phone? I want this airplane to be super nice looking, even though it's going to be heavy. It's going to be done exactly right. Where's my, oh, phone's in my car. I'll be right back, guys. I got to get it out of the car. Take a break. Hey, gotta get my brain out now. Okay, that was quick. Put this in this bag. Get my chart out here. Okay. Oh, she's hot. $440,000. 440,000 is yeah, we'll say 7/16. 7/16. 7/16 plus, let's see, 125, 250 is a quarter, plus a quarter. Quarter. 11/16 or 68,750. 68, 750. So that's 5, 6, 7. There we go. So we need to cut the exhaust stack out of this before I start gluing it on. The exhaust opening. So that's going to go straight down. This goes straight across. Could you have your exhaust opening tighter than 1/8 of an inch gap all the way around? Yes. Would I recommend it? No, because it will peel the paint off, the heat of that exhaust pipe, the muffler. 1/8 inch minimum. I can see that's not right. If you were around when I designed this thing, you'll know that I set it up so that the needle valve comes out right at the brake here, so you don't have to have a hole. So now there's my exhaust hole. So now I have to look and make sure it's right. The needle valve comes out right there at the brake. Needle valve's on it. I haven't drilled a hole, so it's perfect in there. Right there it goes. Then this goes on like so. There we go. I could have got away with a little less. Glue that back on and cut a little less. What happened? What was I thinking? But remember, it's only wood. What happened to the glue? It's about an 1/8 inch too big, the hole. No big deal. So you can be whatever you want. Right there. Yeah, it fell out. Let's see, what is this? This piece of wood is 555. A little too much, but we'll sand it. Perfect. Perfect. Now, the only thing it'll take to get the needle valve so it doesn't touch anything is just a slight little sand spot right here. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now, what do we want to do about the thickness? We were talking today, Ed Wallace came down from Dayton about John. I mean, you can't believe how much I miss him already. What a bummer. Don't make it complicated. All right. The widest part of this thing is 2 3/4. We'll say 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4. 2 3/4 minus. Yeah. Come on. Okay, clear. 2 3/4 minus 3/4 are going to be 2 inch. I think this is 3/4. 750. No, more than 3/4. It is. Nope, we'll just say 3/4. So 2 inches. We need a piece of 1 inch thick or 3/4 inch thick or whatever. 2 inches. 2 inches. Now this came from Hobby Country, so this has to be pretty old. We need that 2 inches wide. Two inches wide. And I guess we could. I hate to splice it right there. Let me get it. See if I got another piece, bigger piece. That's half. Yeah. Another 1 inch. Come on. I hate to use half, it'll be too square. Oh, here's a piece down here. Yeah, it's pretty heavy though. Oh well, we'll grind the piss out of it, I guess. Okay. I found a real nice block for this front part. This is a super nice. I don't think I'll even use that on this. This is 2 inch by 4 inch by 12. It was. But it's really a good block. Like I say, I hate to use my good stuff. So this was 196. I wonder what pound weight that is. Cut it off this end. This end's heavier. See, we really won't need it that long. We'll need it this long because we're going to put an angle in. It'll get it there. This is soft. This is hard. Get it all glued together anyway today. We can whittle it later. We're going from this end. Is the camera blurry? That one may be blurry. I can't tell. Cut it right in half. I can tell this was the lighter piece. This is. Let's see how good my eyeballs are here. Yeah, you work long enough with this stuff, you can tell which is what. This is the heavier of the two that I'm not going to use. It weighs 66 grams. This one weighs same length, same size, 54 grams. Both the same length. Pretty good. Now I need to cut this at 2 inches in width. And then we're going to sand this to shape. I can't, I'm going to cut it over there. I could take it out in the garage and rip it on my table saw, but I don't feel like going that far. Yeah, this is the softer side. Or is it? Other way around. I need to save this side. Yep, other way around. Hard to believe there's that much difference in a piece of wood, but trust me, there is. So we're saving this side, we're cutting this side. We got a lumber wagon already, don't want to aggravate it anymore. Okay. Cut away. That's a good piece of wood there now. I cut all the heavy shit off of it. I'm not gonna move the camera. I gotta disc sand this straight. I got a line there, and then a line right there. We'll sand up to those lines on the disc sander. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's it. That is it. And we'll sand her to shape. Okay, I'm going to use, hey Roy, I'm going to use Tight Bond 3. I'm really starting to love this stuff because it sands really good. Tight Bond 2, not so much. There it is over there. We need a couple of bar clamps. And maybe we got them here. One. There's another one. No. Tight Bond, Tight Bond. Right here. Yep, starting to love Tight Bond 3. Good shit. Now, when you were a kid in school, I had an 8th grade, we had wood shop. And wood shop, we glued cherry and walnut and, just different hardwoods together with white glue and then set them off to dry. And the next day in class, we'd come back and we'd turn a bowl on a lathe. Well, if you ever use white glue on that stuff, you know that it becomes one solid piece if you do it right. Gotta make sure I'm gluing it to the right side. Gotta make sure gluing it to the right side. Now all this wood gets basically removed. You're going to get the outside shape, then you're going to hollow it and use that tool I showed you that I have, the calipers, to get it 1/8 of an inch thick, no more than an 1/8 thick. Okay. Got a nice heavy bit of glue on there. I used to CA this together, but what happens with the CA? It becomes too damn hard, and it leaves hard spots. That's why I'm glad that I went to the Tight Bond 3 because it really is good stuff. Now you got this together, and it's basically in the shape of a cow. Be sure to fit it back on the airplane because not everything's perfect as it seems. Like right there, see, there's a big gap there at the back. You just take this here, push it back till it's perfect. Perfect. Everybody knows I like perfect. Perfect. Don't let it sit on there because it'll glue right to it. Not the good. Wipe off the extra glue. Now we just need to make a filler block. And I don't think it's need to make a filler block to fit in there and glue all that together. I think we'll wait on that because that's a pretty precise fit. I want all that to fit together very well so that there's no holes in it when I grind it open. Yep, that's a good fit right there. Here we go, one more clamp. Uno más. I don't have any shoes for this, so we'll just use some wood. Uno más. I need to buy some more of these clamps. F clamps that are tiny like this, really good. Okay, that's going to do it. It was an hour exactly, and I got that far. I'll be back later on. We'll put this piece in. I think I might use CA to help this along so we don't have to wait for it to dry. But there it is. And that will be a very nice cowl when done. I've done it this way for 25 years as far as I remember. I remember back in the nobler days figuring, how am I going to hate? When I was a kid, I had the worst looking cowls. How the hell am I going to carve that solid block? Because they get on the nobler, they give you a solid block to carve into a cowl. That would take an artisan to do that. The green box nobler kit. And buddy, that was rock hard wood in that top flight nobler kit. Rock hard. And that's why so many noblers came out 50 ounces. And a nobler at 50 ounces is a paperweight. Yeah, I know somebody. Oh, mine's 55 ounces, runs great. Yeah, whatever. Fly one at 40 ounces and see the difference. Or at 38 ounces. I got a nobler over in the corner that's 40 ounces. It was built right here on Hangar, the one with the big titted girl, if you guys remember that. I probably should have flew that today instead of that Continental. But there again, that hasn't run in 7 years. So I normally don't play. This airplane behind me here was built for Pampa stunt. And that's what I'm going to campaign next year is a Viper. Hopefully I got it all sorted out by then. we're gonna fly it tomorrow, and then I'll fly it in Tulsa, and then keep flying, and then next year at the Nats we'll fly that one. But that's a dual purpose airplane, N30 and Pampa. I don't have any smaller airplanes, that I flew in Pampa, so I really don't go in for that. I did build a Nobler. I did build the Tucker Special. What else I got over there? That's about all I got left now is a Nobler and the Continental. I got 3 classic airplanes, Nobler, Continental, and Tucker Special. Haven't flown those others in so many years, I don't even know if they'll run. When the Spirit of 62 with that one, Spirit of 60, 4 years. 4 years was the last time it ran. And the Nobler was 2 years before that, I think, or a year, at least a year before that, so 19. And the Continental, so I thought it was 5 years, but really been 7 years since I flew it. Whatever. I just can't keep up with all that stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed I put out a few shorts today. I just didn't feel like videoing. It was hot, nasty, terrible. And I ain't making no money at it, so I'm not gonna work myself to death. All right, I've got to wait for this glue to dry. I'll be back 7 o'clock. We'll do our normal time. I think I'll cut and fit this piece, get it fit in here, and then we'll shape it. I'll show you how I mount it and shape it. We're definitely going to mount it first. I'm also going to line it first too with the 64th plywood before I even shape it. You'll get that fit. So tonight's video may be a longer video. But I don't want to burn up airtime watching glue dry. Alrighty, we'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.